What's up, Fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm bringing you another tag video. That's right, I've been tagged yet again, man. I absolutely love it, guys. Keep them coming. I said multiple times, man, I love getting involved in the fragrance community like this, discovering new fragrance channels, getting interacted with different content creators. So, man, keep them coming. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My channel is always open for a tag video. So, really do appreciate this, man. I was tagged by my big brother at Dave at Calis groom room, man. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that for showing me love and support, guys. If you haven't checked his channel out, man, what are you doing, man? He's got great video, great content. He's funny as all get out. I always laugh on his videos. He's just got this great personality about him. So if you like my stuff, you're guaranteed to like his stuff. So I'll leave a link in the description for his channel. So, man, really excited about this. So this is 10 fragrances that are so good you're gonna use the whole bottle. So this was started by Darian over at Bowtag Fragrance Guy. He left it as an open tag, so anyone who wanted to be tagged could do it. Dave just happened to do it, and then he wanted to go ahead and kind of tag specific people, so that way the video would keep rolling. So, man, what a great idea for that. So, man, really do appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my tags out now, so that way they know who they are. I'm gonna go ahead and tag Tyrone at Bro Sense, as always. John Morrell, you know your tag. Corbin over at Northwest Sense. You are tagged JP Frags, and then, you know, I'm gonna go tag, who am I gonna tag in a while? You know, I'm gonna tag Solomon's Vineyard, your tag, and then I'm gonna keep, man, I'm gonna get a lot out here. I want this video to keep rolling. Mass Man, you are tagged. I think that's gonna do it, guys. Yeah, I think that's a good amount. So all you guys, you are now tagged. I want to see what fragrances in your collection are so good that you're gonna use a whole bottle. Now for me, guys, this is actually really hard because all my fragrances I love. That's why they're in my collection. So it's like, well, of course I'm gonna use a whole bottle. But I just saw Justin's video on this today, and he made a really, whoa, man, I just had a burrito. That's oof. Anyways, I watched Justin's video, and he made a really good point. He said that when you get over, like, really honestly, like 50 bottles, it's really hard to use an entire bottle because there's so many different fragrances to rotate. And I'm right at about, I'd probably say like 100 or so, maybe 110-ish. Nothing super crazy, but definitely do have a lot to get through. So, you know, it is kind of a bold statement to make that I'm going to use a whole bottle, but I believe the content is behind it. Man, it's just so good that eventually you're going to get through that bottle. So really excited to do this, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead, hit the red subscribe button. Really do appreciate that. Give the video a thumbs up, and we'll get this thing rolling. Now, I do have 2 honorable mentions, and the only reason why they're an honorable mention is just because they are a vintage batch bottle. So you might know what the house I'm going with, but they are a vintage batch bottle, and the newer formulations, they just don't last as long. And, you know, so I'm going to try and save these as much as possible. If I get a backup bottle, then, man, it's on, game on. I'm going to use up the whole bottle of, you know, one of them. But these 2, they are honorable mentions only because they're vintage style, and they don't, you know, they don't perform nowadays as well as they used to. So let's go ahead and get it, guys. So at the first honorable mention, this is Creed Millesum Imperial. I absolutely love this stuff, guys. It is so amazing. So if this performed now the way it did back then, this is a 15x01 bottle, so considered a grail bottle. So, man, super lucky there. But this one lasts actually 8-9 hours off my skin for being such a light, crisp, fresh fragrance. The newer batches, man, like after 48 seconds, dude, it's gone. So you know, people have just been ragging on that fact. So the reason why this is honorable mention is just because this bottle is fantastic, but the newer batches, I'm gonna try and save this one just because this one is so good and performs so well. So, you know what, it's not a lot, but hopefully this will last the rest of my life. I have no idea. Batches and stuff like that, man, they're always changing, and bottles are always, prices are always increasing. So that's the number 1 honorable mention. And then the second honorable mention actually is another Creed, and this is Creed Europha. Now, it hasn't suffered quite as bad as Creed Millesum Imperial. Like, guys, honestly, whenever I say Creed Millesum Imperial, like past 2000 and realistically 18, it's water. Like, let's call it how it is. It lasts for literally maybe 30 minutes, and then you can't even smell it. So definitely try and get you a older batch. So this is a 16C01, and as I mentioned before, guys, if any of y'all have an extra cap, I would really appreciate that. I've been searching like just nonstop for a cap for this bad boy. I will pay you money, guys. I need a cap, but I digress. So Creed Arofa, another bright citrus opening fragrance, got some rosemary and basil in there, and the opening to kind of give it just this unique twist to it. But great fragrance. I would use the whole entire bottle, but the newer batches not like as bad as Creed Muslim Imperial, but they do still suffer from performance issues. So those are the 2 honorable mentions. So let's go ahead and dive in, guys. I got 10 fragrances here, designer and niche. I was gonna think about doing like a niche video and then a designer, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do the video. I'm gonna do it as is. I need to challenge myself and I need to grow as a content creator and push myself, and you know what? Be able to limit fragrances. So these are in no particular order. Obviously these are all good. I'm going to use the whole bottle, so that's why they're on the list. So at the number 1 spot, guys, well, not number 1, sorry, I just said not the list, but at the first spot, this should come as no surprise. Honestly, I talk about this stuff. I'm kind of the hype man for this stuff, and I'm proud to be that. I've had actually one of my subscribers at Jared, he actually just messaged me earlier this week saying, hey man, I got this, and this is literally your fault. This is Mont Blanc Starwalker, guys, and as you can tell, look how much I've used to this, guys, and I have over 100 fragrances. This stuff is absolutely a gem. Real bright, citrusy, with some bamboo in there, light, crisp, aromatic, but it does have a little performance issue. So I was telling Jerry even, man, spray this like 8-9 times, maybe even 10, who cares? Like, it's light, crisp, you're not gonna offend anybody, and this stuff is gonna get the job done. You're gonna get compliments. This stuff is amazing, a must have. So Mont Blanc Starwalker at the first spot. I'm gonna kind of hurry this video up because we're already at like 6 minutes. So let's go ahead and go to the next spot, guys. Now, some would say this is redundant because these kind of smell similar. I honestly, I don't get that much of a comparison to them. So this one to me is different enough to where it stands on its own. This is Versace Mano Fresh. Love this stuff, guys. This utilizes a star fruit note, super unique. I don't know of another fragrance that really does that. So really light, crisp, bright, fresh, aromatic, great for the spring and summertime. Love this stuff. I will use the entire bottle. This is probably my 4th bottle that I've had since I was like probably 20. So I mean, this stuff I use all the time. Versace Man Oh Fresh. At the next spot, guys, another Versace. Versace's, man, they're kind of just, they're good, and they're in there for a reason because they perform well, they last long, and they smell so good that you got to use the whole bottle, guys. This is Versace Eros, and I absolutely love this stuff. This is one of the newest ones in my collection, and guys, this stuff is mesmerizing to me. Love it. Bright citrus opening with some lemon, some mint, and then you got this powdery cord in here. Just absolutely gorgeous. Beast performer, guys, so be careful with how much you spray because you will choke people out and give them headaches, because I've done it. So gave myself a headache from doing like 4 or 5 sprays, so I recommend like 3 sprays tops. It's going to get you guys exactly what you need to be. Boom, Versace Eros. And I guess we're just going to kind of keep going with the designers because they're right here. So next on the list, guys, this is a quintessential date night fragrance, fall, winter, and early spring fragrance. Guys, this stuff has no performance issues off of me. You know, I don't have any performance issues with this stuff, but some people say they do, but I digress. This stuff is so good, I'm gonna use a whole bottle. This is Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP. Now, last time I said EDT, didn't mean that, I meant the EDP. This stuff, it's a little bit stronger, a little bit darker, more boozy, got some, you know, stronger tobacco notes in here. This stuff is an absolute beast. You can tell I've put a little bit of dent into it, and that doesn't look like much, but with how many fragrances I have, I mean, this is getting some use, guys. This stuff is absolutely amazing. Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP. Gotta be used, gotta be used. All right, so that was the designers. Didn't really plan on that. That just kind of how it happened, laid it on the table. So moving forward with the niche. Now, this one I chose over Baccarat Rouge 540, which really surprised me because Baccarat Rouge 540 was one of those fragrances that like was just this hype beast. It was like on a pedestal, just like, gotta have it. But once I got it, I was like, okay, I got it. And I've worn it like 12 times. I don't know, it's weird, I don't know. But this one I actually kind of prefer to Baccarat Rouge 540 because it's still sweet, but this has a bourbon note in there that kind of gives it more of a depth, and I love this stuff. And another subscriber reached out to me and said, man, that he got this because of my review on it. So, I mean, guys, if you trust me, I'm gonna give you some good advice. This is Saint Julep from Imaginary Authors. Now, the reason why I chose this over Baccarat Rouge 540 is because this is in the same ballpark, at least to me. This opens up with mint, and then you get this beautiful citrus note with that bourbon, but they utilize sugar cube in here, which I believe to be saffron. Don't 100% know, but in the dry down, this smells more like a kind of a smokier rendition of Baccarat Rouge 540, in my own personal opinion. Now, other people might say I'm crazy, and they say, man, all I get is mint and citrus. At least off my nose, I get that saffron. I mean, sugar cube, but I perceive it to be saffron, and that bourbon note in there with that mint. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Perfect all year round fragrance, really, but perfect for the spring and summertime. Saint Julep by Imaginary Authors. I'm just gonna keep poking this at you guys. All right, guys, at the next spot, this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know why I ever sold this. I had to get this back. I did a video series called Baby Come Back, because these are fragrances that I sold, regretted, got them back. This one is so good now, I'm gonna use the whole bottle. I put a little bit of a dent in this, guys, and this is Amouage Reflection, man. So beautiful, so just elegant, mesmerizing, sophisticated, sexy. Guys, this is bright citrus neroli with some white florals in there, and it's got this powdery core that is just super creamy and amazing. Man, this stuff is absolutely to die for. I'm holding the bottle all kinds of weird. I don't know what that's about, but Amouage Reflection, man, so good. I'm gonna use the whole bottle, guys. All right, coming in at the next spot, guys. This should be no surprise, and I had to make a decision on these, but I'm gonna go ahead and incorporate all of these in here because they're so good. I'm gonna use all the bottles. So this one and then the other two flankers that have already been out, I'm gonna include as well. But Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme, this stuff is absolutely amazing. This is a staple in my collection, as well as many of yours and other fragrance reviewers, because this stuff is just so, oh my gosh, so good, guys. This is just classy gentleman in a bottle. It's got that barbershop fougere gentleman type quality to it with a modern twist. Has that bright citrusy pear in here. Got some frankincense and myrrh. Man, this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely gonna be using the whole bottle of this. And I'm gonna replace it with a 4-ounce bottle because this isn't gonna be enough. Like, I already know I'm gonna be using this. Doesn't look like much is gone, but guys, this stuff is amazing. At the next spot, guys, I haven't been given this much love in the past couple months, but I'm really excited to start wearing it. I've just had some new stuff kind of come in, but in last year's videos, this was like in the fragrance rotation like so many times. I made so many different lists, and eventually I'm gonna go through a whole bottle of this because this stuff is amazing. This is Bleecker Street by Bond No. 9, and I love this stuff. Oh my gosh, guys, there's like this depth to it that no one talks about. There's, like I said, just a depth to it, guys. It's got blueberry, it's got vanilla, woody notes, kind of got this grass, like fresh cut green grass accord, but there's this depth to it. There's a richness to it that is just absolutely mesmerizing, and I love this stuff. Definitely gonna be using a whole bottle. This was completely full. It's probably down somewhere here now. Like, this is amazing stuff, guys. Bond No. 9, Bleecker Street. All right, guys, down to the last two fragrances, and these really honestly are in like no particular order, but this stuff, man, it's been rocking my world. I love this stuff. This has made so many different weekly fragrance rotations, been in so many different #1 spots even. I love this stuff. Guys, you gotta get this stuff. If you haven't smelled it, what are you doing, guys? This is Gravitas Pour Homme. Oh my goodness. This to me is a perfect fragrance, like 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10, 100 out of 10, guys. This is an amazing fragrance. This just does it for me. It doesn't look like much is gone, but I have sprayed the crap out of this stuff, guys. It is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful barbershop fougere type of fragrance with some bright, beautiful citruses in there, creamy lavender in here. And everyone that I've given a sample to, man, they said they love this stuff. So Gravitas Pour Homme, gotta be in here. I'm gonna use a whole freaking bottle, guys, and I'm super excited for Bon Vivre. Can't wait for that. I think they said May of 2021, so I've been keeping up with Nottingham Wilson's posts and Mr. Smelly, so if you guys haven't, go check him out on like Instagram, Facebook, places like that. He's giving constant updates about it, so man, really excited for that. But Gravitas Pour Homme. And then, guys, I had to include this one because it's a staple in most of our collections. This is a staple in my collection. This was the quintessential fragrance that I absolutely had to get, and now that I have it, I got a lot of other bottles of it. Guys, it's so amazing. Creed Aventus. I know it's kind of anticlimactic because everyone talks about Creed Aventus, but Creed Aventus is that good. I'm going to use the whole entire bottle, guys. This stuff is amazing. I don't know if I'll ever use the whole entire bottle of this particular batch. This is a 17 batch. This is a 17Q11. So what I've done, I've got this batch, but I could also use the entire bottle of this batch. This is a 19P21. Maybe I'll even use the entire bottle of this 19S21. I don't know, or P01, sorry. 19P01. Could do that. Maybe I'll just use the 10th anniversary batch. I don't know. But as you can see, guys, I love Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus is amazing. Like maybe overkill. And I kind of have another bottle coming at some point. So I love Creed Aventus, guys. It is so amazing. I will use the entire bottle. That's why I have backups, because to me, there's different variations, there's different batches, and that's kind of the thrill of the hunt to me. I think I'll probably stop myself if I get like somewhere between 6 or 7 batches, then I'll probably cool down. But man, I don't really see myself stopping anytime soon because this stuff is so good. I'm gonna use the whole entire bottle of all of these. I gotta get a spray, guys. Fresh pineapple, guys. Fresh fruity pineapple, blackcurrant, vanilla, rose. It's just amazing, guys. Ambergris. So, all right, guys. Man, I love that stuff. It's just filling the room. All right, that is it, guys. Thank you for staying this long. If you have, I really do appreciate that. Be sure and give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Y'all know the drill. I tagged the people already in the first of the video, so y'all are tagged. I want to know what bottles are so good in your collection that you're going to use the whole entire bottle. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you so much, Dave, for giving me the tag, man. Really do appreciate that. Really excited to see what the other fragrance reviewers put in their videos and see which bottles are so good that they use the whole bottle. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to catch you guys later. Remember, if you love it, wear it.